Hi there, Schnookums. Hi. Better than nothing, I suppose. Would you like to join me in this video, ma'am? Oh, thank you for that. What is that? Hi, you are drooling all over me. Your girl was not ready. I took Eliza down to the basement because I didn't want everyone to be chaotic when I was filming this video. And plus I wanted you guys to kind of get to see how she is. You're gonna lay in your bed with me? Okay. Do you have my shoe in here? Did you do this? Oh heck. As you have probably seen on my social media, I have fostered Eliza. I was talking about it in my cookie baking video, I think. And I just felt very connected to her and I wanted to help. And I figured that somebody would have applied to adopt her, and she did not get any applications, any interest, nothing of that sort. Her story is actually really sad, so I kind of wanted to take a couple of minutes and for this Vlogmas talk about the reason that Austin and I decided to open our home to a foster, how it's been adjusting, some positives and negatives, and just, you know, a few things like that. I apologize for literally being in my pajamas in the basement and looking like a hot mess. Did you want me to rub your belly? But yeah, this is what it's like right now. So anyways, after meeting her on Saturday, I was like, you know, they're always trying to get dogs and fosters out of the shelter, obviously. You know, they want everyone to go to a good home. But unfortunately, this time of year, not a lot of people want older dogs. They usually want puppies. And especially when a female pit bull mix who has very obviously just given birth to some puppies not too long ago. She was pulled from a kill shelter down in Texas. She was a stray, a complete stray, and she had wandered onto somebody's front yard. What the animal control officer that I talked to said was that he, or she rather, that picked her up, thought that Eliza was trying to find a place to put her litter of puppies, which unfortunately were never retrieved, and we don't know anything about her litter, which is partially why when I first met her, like I could, you know, all dogs in the shelters are not super happy. They're usually sad, but she just had a really strong sense of like, just really true sadness to her. And so when I put in my application to foster her, I really did not think that it was going to happen as quickly as it did, to be honest with you. I was like, oh, somebody will adopt her by then. Like there's no way. She's so sweet and she's very calm. So, you know, I was like, there's gotta be somebody that's put in interest in her. And unfortunately they didn't. So my application I put in on Saturday at the bake sale, and then literally Monday morning, the girl that runs the fosters called me and she was like, hey, we would love it if you could foster her because she needs to be socialized, and you know, it would just be great for her to be in a home environment. I was like, okay, well, obviously it's up to Tux and Bailey because I would never want to put my dogs in any type of danger or subject them to anything, because you know, you just don't know really how she's going to react with another set of dogs. So I brought Tux and Bailey to her, and the initial meeting was really great and actually went a lot better than I had expected. I thought it was going to be more so that Tux really didn't want anything to do with her, but it was actually the opposite. Tux was really into her and trying to jump and play, and everyone's tails were wagging and everything. So that was really good. But Bailey was a little apprehensive at first. She wasn't showing any signs of aggression, just like nervousness. You could just tell Bailey was like, what the heck? So after they met, everything went really great and we decided to take her home. When we brought her home, we had her and obviously Tux and Bailey on leashes coming into the house at separate times, because you never just want to throw a new dog into, you know, your house without warning, and just for everyone's safety. You probably can't really see from this angle here, but Miss Eliza is super duper malnourished. Like she's probably about 10 to 12 pounds. Yeah, you're probably about 10 to 12 pounds underweight, huh? You can see her hip bones and her ribs are sticking out and everything. And so unfortunately, because of that and because of her most likely having to fend for herself, she has a little bit of food aggression towards dogs only. Because I've tested, feeding her out of my hand and it was fine. And I've tested touching her while eating, which was also fine. No signs of aggression there. But when she walked in the house, she immediately sensed where the dog food was and just like freaked out. Like she was trying to get the box open, which is really heartbreaking, honestly, because you could just tell that she's hungry, you know? She doesn't know probably when she's gonna get her next meal. And so the dogs being around the food made her very, very anxious, and she started snarling. She didn't try to bite or try to lunge at them or anything like that, but it was just uncomfortable for all of us. So I made the decision to separate them, again, just for my safety, for my own dog's safety, because I don't want to subject them to any type of violence or fighting, because Tux and Bailey have been raised since, you know, I've had them since they were little babies, and they have no food aggression whatsoever. Both of them are phenomenal with sharing food. You can literally take food out of their mouths. They'll share food out of the same bowl. So in that regard, I've been very blessed because they both don't have any type of food aggression. So I didn't think it was fair for them to, God forbid, put her in a situation in the same room with food around. So I moved up all the food, took all the treats away so that she couldn't smell it, and I made her this kind of like area down here for during the day when we're home. She slept up in her kennel in the guest room with the doors shut, and she did really great. Yeah, you did so good. You slept through the night. She whined a little bit in the morning when Austin woke up because I think she had to go outside. Everything for the first couple days has been like shockingly going a little bit better than I had expected. So, I mean, it's hard because I want to be able to get her more, you know, more people to see her and to be a little bit more educated on this breed, because she's really sweet for not ever being in a home, which it does not appear that she has been. I think her temperament is really great, and you can tell, you know, she was a little bit nervous, but she's definitely learning to trust, and that's really awesome to see and just to be a part of that. You know, like I said before, my goal was just to honestly get her to have, or hopefully find, a loving home. We're fostering her until we leave for Florida, because obviously I would never leave a foster dog with a dog sitter that's not familiar with her. So my goal is to hopefully get her adopted out before we leave, so she doesn't have to go back to a shelter. And it's just really sweet to get to be a part of her witnessing, you know, comfort and love and food, because it's very obvious that she hasn't witnessed any of that yet. She just seems tired. She seems like she's been through a lot, which she probably has. I wish I was able to talk to her and get her story, because even animal control really only had a very limited amount of information. That's the update that I wanted to give you guys in today's Vlogmas. And obviously you guys know I'm a huge proponent of adopting and not purchasing animals this time of the year. And just, you know, remember, if you are a family that's perhaps looking to adopt a dog for the holiday season, maybe as a gift, just remember that it comes with a lot of work, and these are not just throwaway stuffed animals that you can get rid of after a couple of years, and they deserve to have a family and a home, and, you know, not end up in a shelter about to be euthanized like this one was. So if anybody is interested in adopting Eliza, she is available for adoption. So far, from my experience with her, she doesn't show any signs of aggression towards other dogs, at least not with food, and cats or young children. She's been great with all of them and people. She just really wants love and affection, and you can tell that, and she's still learning, I think, to trust that it's okay that we're gonna give it to her, and, you know, we're not gonna take her food from her. We're gonna make sure she gets nice and fat, right? And baby, she's gonna be a fat girl. It's just really interesting to me because I've had both of my dogs from a very, very young age, and obviously, you know, they were brought up in a house with toys and treats and well cared for and loved. So it's really, it's definitely really eye-opening to see this side of helping animals, if that makes sense. Am I not petting you enough? I'm sorry. You see Tux and Bailey, but they're well accustomed to home life and a house and food and treats and stuff, and then, you know, you see something like this and it just really breaks your heart because she doesn't know what that's like. So my only goal was to hopefully give her a chance and let her know that she can be loved by people and she can trust. Like, even just laying here petting her for a while when I was hanging out with her, it took her a really long time to shut her eyes, you know, like she doesn't feel super comfortable yet. And so our goal is to hopefully try to help make that happen for her and then help her find a good home, because I find that it's really difficult to adopt out a shelter dog who really hasn't been well socialized or who hasn't been in a house before. My goal really with fostering her is to kind of get her used to a house environment. I don't really know about keeping all 3 of the dogs in an open space in my house, at least not quite yet. I think I'll probably wait a solid 7 to 10 days at least of her eating on her own and understanding that, you know, she's getting food and we're not taking food away from her. And then we'll see maybe in the backyard on leashes how it goes and go from there. But like I said, I don't want anything to happen to my 2 dogs because you guys know those are my whole world. And it's hard because I want to explain to them too, like, we're just trying to help Eliza. She's from Texas. She was pulled from a kill shelter in Texas. So for those of you that are asking about her voice, I think that it may be similar to Sandy from SpongeBob. That would be my guess. I'm not 100% sure yet. So I'll keep you updated when I decide on a voice for her. But this is what we decided to do for the holiday season, and it makes me super happy. Yes, it sure does. I wish I knew where your babies were. I'm so sorry. And I know there's so many abandoned dogs and homeless dogs and stuff, but this was really, for some reason, I just really connected with her when I saw her, and I just wanted to do what I could to help. And the shelters are overcrowded. They don't have enough room, and I'm sure she was being rationed on food because they don't have enough, and it sucks. Anyways, I'm rambling. I just wanted to give you guys an update because I know so many people were asking, and I figured it would be a great time to make a VLOGMAS video, right? Oh yes, she's sleepy. So anyways, that's this video. I hope that you guys enjoy. She is available for adoption, so if you are in the Midwest or even if you want to make the trip up here, she is a really great dog, and I really hope that we can help her find her forever home. So don't forget to click the thumbs up button, hit subscribe, and hopefully Eliza and I will see you in the next video.